The Bell family's troubles began in the year 1817 on their sprawling Tennessee farm, a land dotted with oak trees and whispering reeds. John Bell first noticed the peculiarities when he came across a strange animal in the cornfield, a creature with the body of a dog but the face of a rabbit. Startled, he aimed his rifle and fired, but the beast vanished into thin air. That night, the air in the house grew thick and stifling. Knocking sounds began on the walls, persistent and untraceable. Doors creaked open of their own accord, even when bolted shut. John dismissed it as the wind, but his wife, Lucy, knew better. Something unseen yet palpably malevolent had taken root in their home. By the time their youngest daughter, Betsy, began waking up with bruises on her arms and a faint, mocking voice echoing in her room, it was clear they were no longer alone. The voice grew louder with each passing note, its tone shifting from childish giggles to venomous murmurs. The entity had a name for itself: Kate. It claimed to be the spirit of a woman wronged long ago, and its wrath was unrelenting. It singled out John and Betsy, tormenting them with threats, scratches, and relentless mockery. Betsy would sit trembling on the edge of her bed, her face pale as porcelain, as her hair was yanked by invisible hands. John's health began to deteriorate under the strain, his once strong frame withering, his voice reduced to a rasp. The family tried everything: prayers, rituals, even bringing in neighbors as witnesses. But the spirit seemed to grow stronger in the presence of fear and doubt. Word of the haunting spread like wildfire, drawing skeptics and believers alike to the Bell farm. The more they came, the more Kate's voice grew emboldened, weaving tales of vengeance and promising doom. One night, as the family gathered in the dim candlelight, Kate's voice rang out clearer than ever.
John Bell, your time is near.
It spat with chilling certainty. That same night, John woke in a cold sweat, clutching his throat as if strangled by unseen hands. The poison whispers followed him everywhere, filling his ears with accusations, his dreams with shadows. Betsy, too, was at her breaking point, fainting in fits of hysteria and refusing to speak of what she had seen. Lucy, though devout and steadfast, began to falter, her prayers turning desperate. When John collapsed in the fields one morning, the townsfolk whispered of curses and divine retribution. Kate's voice cackled with delight as the family's anguish deepened.
I'll see him to the grave,
it promised, and none doubted the spirit's words. The farm itself seemed to rebel. Crops failed, animals fell sick, and the land felt heavy with dread. On the morning of John Bell's death in December 1820, the air inside the house was eerily calm. Lucy found her husband pale and lifeless in bed, his lips stained with a strange, dark liquid. Beside him was a vial filled with an unknown substance, one Kate gleefully claimed credit for administering. Her triumphant laughter echoed throughout the house, reverberating through the walls like a cruel symphony.
I told you I'd take him,
she sneered, her voice both everywhere and nowhere at once. Betsy, unable to endure the torment, broke off her engagement to a young suitor, a match the spirit had vehemently opposed. Kate, however, promised to return.
I'll be back in 7 years,
She declared before falling silent, leaving the Bell family in a haunted, uneasy peace. The farm, though quieter now, remained heavy with the memory of her presence. 7 years later, true to her word, the spirit returned. Her haunting was less forceful, but no less unsettling, as if to remind the Bells and the town of Adams that she was eternal, bound neither by time nor place. She spoke of mysteries of the afterlife and secrets of the beyond, her voice laced with an eerie calm. Then, just as suddenly as she had arrived, Kate vanished once more. To this day, the Bell Witch remains one of America's most chilling legends, her story a blend of psychological torment and the unshakable weight of the unknown. The Bell Farm, now a quiet stretch of Tennessee countryside, still bears whispers of her name. Visitors claim to feel an unnatural presence, as if the air itself remembers the terror that once reigned. The Bell family's ordeal left an indelible mark, a chilling reminder of what lingers in the shadows, waiting to be heard.